What's in the box?
Not until you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
Give me the gun.
Welcome back. You already know. I'm your host, Breakfast LMO. I'm here with my co-host, Speechless. What up?
What up, people? What it is, bro?
You already know, man. Yo, actually, shout outs to my boy Prank, too. He's in recovery mode, so he couldn't be here today. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Hope you feel better. Shout outs to Bravery Studios.
Hit me, Marv.
Hey, bravery up.
Oh, man.
Bravery up. But yo, shout outs to all our viewers. Shout outs to everybody that comes back every week.
Much love.
How's your weekend, yo? How you been? How's everything?
Yeah, my weekend was long, bro. Yo, Halloween kicked my ass, bro.
Did it?
Yeah, we had our event. We had a big event
Yes.
on Halloween. We had our Halloween podcast as well.
Yes.
And then shout outs to my boy Jeff. He became older. He's 30 now.
Nigga said he became older.
He's definitely Theo status now.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday. Your shout outs. You already know, man. Happy birthday to everybody. The party was kind of lit.
Yeah, that shit was
factory
fun,
party
bro.
was
That's what I'm
lit.
saying. Like, this week was dope. This was a fun-ass week.
You had like 4 costumes.
Like, I was everything, bro. Yo, go to my Instagram, Speech the Menace, and you'll see all 4 costumes. It was lit.
So yeah, man. Yo,
How was your weekend?
It was amazing. I had such a good weekend. We had, of course, the event on Thursday, right? And it was previously on Halloween, which we're gonna be dropping some footage for you guys this week. We're gonna cut it up, and get it together
Yeah,
and
put
all
the
that stuff.
sparkles and shit, but watch out. It's coming soon.
Put some creative stuff on it, and then give it to you guys so whoever didn't make it are able to watch the episode. It's only 1 hour. We didn't do the whole show, but you'll get a little bit
You get
taste of
something.
it.
You're going to get something sweet. You're going to get something
fact.
special.
That's a fact. And after that, on Friday, Friday was the first, right?
Yeah.
Shout outs to A-World Entertainment. It was the grand opening for A-World Studios in Patterson.
Shout out to A-World.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Amy.
That's a fact. Shout outs to Amy. I performed at her grand opening. That shit was lit. We had so many people
You
there.
killed that shit.
That's a
I
fact.
saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah,
Yo, my man put in that work,
you
man.
already
Check out Elmo's thing right there.
That's a fact. And that song that's on my Instagram is actually on SoundCloud. I dropped it today earlier, actually. I was just like, fuck it. Y'all could have it. I'm up, start dropping a song a week. Actually, you know what's funny? Prank was the one that told me, he's like, yo, you got enough music just to flood these niggas with
Oh, I
music.
know, bro.
It's like, so I'm like,
drop this heat for these people.
that's a fact. So I dropped the first song today. Next week, I'll probably drop something on Monday. I'm not even going to have a certain day or a certain date.
Whenever you feel like it.
Yep, and just goodbye. So I performed at the grand opening, and that was super lit. I loved it. Everybody that showed up, shout outs to everybody that showed up. It was such a good vibe, and there was a lot of important people in the building. I'm gonna tell you that much. And
Smells like money.
yes, we had Swift on the Man in the building. He performed as well. So also we had K Goddess, and it was just crazy. It was just crazy. I had did my little performance. I'm back and forth because I take care of the whole floor as well. So I was fucking chilled. Like I had a lot to do, but I liked it because I'm having fun while I'm working, and that's how I want to live my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It looked like a hella fun. It looked what it was like. It seemed like very gritty.
Yes, it was. It was a Halloween party, of course.
So it was nice and dark.
Yes, it was nice and dark. They had the edible guy that was actually in our party.
Dankables.
Shout out to Dankables. That's a fact. He was there. And it also was the Mix God.
Shout out to Squeaky. Squeaky was there too, right?
Squeaky, yes. Squeaky
Yeah.
Monroe performed as well.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. She
Yo,
had a week too.
That's a fact. Yeah, yo. It was good. It was a good weekend. Like I really enjoyed it. And and kind of like this is like my favorite months when there's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, you get a lot of food and the trees are changing colors.
Food, bro. food is coming up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But to get into our top stories, right?
Oh yeah.
We got the Hulu Wu-Tang series, right? And American Saga season 1 review.
Shout out to the Wu.
Wait, there was only 6 episodes?
Nah. We reviewed the first half.
Okay.
And then
so the
we're
first
gonna,
half of the
first
season.
half and overall feelings for the whole
Because
season.
they taking a break, right? And then coming back.
I don't know. They haven't announced season 2 yet, but they definitely need
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Season 1 was just 6 episodes?
No, in total it was 10 episodes.
And we saw all 10?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We reviewed the first 5, and now we're gonna review the next 5.
Ah, okay. Well, I was
It deserves a season 2. Just to let you know.
That's a fact. We also have the Netflix Dolemite is my name. The movie. Yo, you'll see what we mean.
Yeah.
And then we have a segment that me and my co-host will be participating in, which it will be, do you even lift, bro?
Do you even lift?
So yeah, let's get with the first one, right? Which is the Hulu Wu-Tang and American Saga, and we're doing this. What is this? Why is this first half? I don't get it.
Oh, I forgot about to change that.
Yeah, it's second half.
Yeah, second half.
We're doing the second half for the Wu-Tang, and actually, this show impressed the hell out of me.
Told ya, man. I was trying to put you on for a while, bro.
Yes, because I think me and Prank didn't start watching until like it was already episode 4.
Yeah.
And then we watched it from episode 1 and benched it until episode 4. Within one day. Like, that was insane. Like, we couldn't stop watching it.
It's an amazing show, bro. It's a dope show. Like, storytelling, everything was dope about that show, bro.
And it's set in the early 90s, right, in New York. Bobby Diggs strives to unite a dozen young black men who are torn between music, crime, but eventually rise to become the unlikeliness, right?
Of the Wu.
Of American success story. And it's so intriguing how you could take a concept, right, of anything and put it into music, because they took a concept of martial arts and whatever crime was going on in their area, right,
Yeah, and Style Down.
and made it into a heart-feeling album, right? Between how many members is there?
There's 9.
There's 9 members.
If I'm not mistaken, there's 9.
So they all had to synchronize at some point to make that sound that's the Wu-Tang Clan for us now, especially for our generation. You feel me?
Wu-Tang's for the kids.
And it took me by surprise by looking at them, how they really started. Like, they were drug dealers. They were robbers. They were just, I'm not going to say not good people, because there's certain aspects of their life that you could tell they have some type of
Agenda?
not agenda, like morality. You get me? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like Ghost, he's taking care of his brothers.
Yeah.
You get me? And then ZZA, he's trying to take care of his family.
Who?
What's his name?
SZA.
What, yeah, why did I say SZA? I don't know.
You talking about Bobby?
Yes, Bobby.
Are you talking about Bobby or Divine?
No, Bobby.
Bobby. Okay.
Because Divine is not part of the Wu-Tang Clan.
No.
Yes, he's just the brother of Bobby.
Yeah.
Why did I say SZA? Yo, what was I thinking?
You
I'm
trying to
bugging.
say the RZA.
The
but on
RZA.
The RZA, but on the show they call him Bobby.
They call him Bobby, yes. And you could tell what they're going through behind whatever shenanigans they be getting into. You get me? So you see some type of like good in them, but they're living in such poverty that they don't know nothing else but to do that.
Yeah, it's hood mentality. They're just stuck in the trap, and they're struggling. Every single one is struggling, and they're trying to break out of the mold, but they only know one thing, and like either sell drugs or work your ass off on a job you don't like.
Yes.
So it was very inspiring on how they rose together, and by the end of the season, they're still not 100% together yet.
Yes, they're not.
They're not together yet, and they're missing a member. They haven't showed on the show, which was a spoiler alert. It was a You God. They haven't showed You God yet.
You haven't showed You God. Okay.
And they're working on a big song called "The Seventh Chamber" off the original album. And You Guys, it's one of the crucial choruses of that song. So that song and all the things they were doing, they were kind of giving us flash forwards, and at the same time, what's going on at the moment. Which was dope. So it makes you want to come back for more, and hopefully season 2 will give us a lot more.
Yo, I can't wait for season 2. I'm telling you. Actually, I'm sorry. I got a little bit distracted by the chat. The chat going ham right now. He's like, I need that sticker. What sticker? The one in the back? Yo, listen. All right, look. This is what I'm gonna do. They don't even know this. It just came to my idea.
Okay.
Right?
It came to your head, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely. What are you gonna say?
Whoever don't have a sticker, right? I'm gonna need you guys to follow the Previously on Today Instagram, right? And like 10 pictures. Cause I know y'all haven't liked shit. Like whoever don't have a picture, a sticker. Because the people that I seen that liked it got stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you want a sticker, go on Instagram, or you could just tag 10 friends. Put it like that. I'm gonna do that one better, because that one's better. You might be able to sneak one in there that like 10 pictures already. Tag 10 friends in our IG Previously on Today, and we'll give you the stickers, and we'll have some more stuff for you. You know, we're trying to get our logo and more stuff, like cups and a whole bunch of other stuff that you guys are able to use later on, like a shirt or like a hat, like a cool beanie.
Definitely
whatever.
some merch is coming up.
Yes. So shout outs to everybody on the chat, right? Shout outs to Diego. Shout outs to Marvin. Oh, Marvin, what up? Hilarious. Who the hell's hilarious? Oh, that's Prank, right? That's probably Prank.
Prank. I hope so.
Yeah. He probably in the bathroom like, yo, what up?
Probably is.
Who's SZA? You probably won't be at the show. He's beefing with RZA. Where did this kid learn English? Yo.
So tell us, man. What's your favorite episode so far that you've seen out of the 10? What was the one that stuck with you the most?
When Bobby first got not the deal, but he went started working with a record label and a manager. Right?
Is that the
and
one
where
it was just it was focused on him the whole time?
Yes, and then they dumped him.
That's my favorite episode too.
It showed the industry.
Mm-hmm. That was the 8th episode. The 8th episode.
It showed the industry a lot. It showed how the industry works. And I'm happy that they're doing this, because not a lot of people do this, bro. Not a lot of people put into perspective on how the industry works. And most kids that go into the industry of music, they get either set up to sign a 360 deal, or they have a deal that it's not lucrative at all whatsoever to them. So sometimes the people that already went through this should do that. Should put in perspective how the industry really works. You get me? And I love that about that episode. They just showed that they give you stuff. Yeah, they give you a car. Yeah, they'll give you merchandise. Yeah, they'll give you shows. They'll even put somebody into a feature with you. But once your music is not doing what they believe should do, mind you this, they will strive you to do what they want you to do in your album.
They'll
right?
just say it nicely.
Exactly.
Try to convince you.
Be like, yo, you need radio plays. You get me? You need to appeal to the massive, which we shouldn't think like that. We need to appeal to what we're appealing to. You get me? Like who we are. There's plenty of other people that not per se think like us, right? But they like the same things as we do, or I do, or you do. Like there's some stuff that you like that I might not like. There's stuff that I like that you might not like. But there's also millions other people that like the same things I do, or might like the sound that I like. You get me? Just like there's a million other people that like the way you shoot your camera or the way you put the angles and stuff like that. So I needed that. I needed to see that. And like they don't really like now they're coming out with like industry documentaries, but they're still not showing you.
They're not giving you the. They'll speak about it. They won't show you.
They won't show you exactly. And this actually showed you what is going on in the industry.
Yeah, man.
I loved it.
I love this episode as well. It's one of my favorite ones because of the way the episode was shot, and it was dope because it was like a POV. It was like the camera was just mostly focused on Bobby.
Yes.
And as Bobby was going through, it was split into 3 parts, if I believe. One of them was the studio. The other one was a music video. I forgot what the other one was, but the way the camera was just on him as he's going through all of these, and as like people are coming in and out of frame, you know, when each member, like when what's it called, the Shah, who's Raekwon, he's talking to him. He just popped up on his video shoot, and then out of nowhere you just see Ghost Dennis come out of nowhere, go into the picture like, yo, you was the one that shot up my house, like what the fuck you doing here, like going wild. But it was so dope because no matter what, even if they were split, Bobby was the main thing in the middle.
Exactly.
And everything kept revolving around him from the moment that all this started popping, with the tour and how the things were messing up on stage.
Yeah.
Like everything was focused on him and his perspective. So I really felt like everything, like the weight he was going through, all that pressure, all that mistakes and bullshit. Like I would lose my fucking mind.
That's a fact.
And I felt it off him. Like he was getting upset and I was getting upset because of all of it. But it was so dope visualizing the whole episode in all 3 parts from beginning to literally the end of his career with that record label.
Okay.
That shit was bananas to me, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that episode. One of my favorites. Besides that, and the last episode.
When the cop choked out the dude in the park. Oh, that one of the main dudes. Yeah.
What was his name? He had an odd name.
But he was the one that's trying to keep everybody in
Yeah,
check.
he was actually the one that kept the balance. He was the one that kept the balance within all the hoods.
He was number 2.
He was respected.
To the Jamaican guy.
Yeah. Damn, blanking on the Jamaican guy's name now too.
I don't care about that Jamaican guy.
He got locked up.
Yeah, that nigga crazy. But fuck, what's the guy? Yo,
The last episode though, but the last episode was dope.
Yes, when Bobby shot that dude that took his tapes.
Attila. Yo, fuck that guy, bro. That guy pissed me off because Attila, big stocky dude, comes out of nowhere. He had his mans help him, and then he just punched him and they grabbed his head and bashed it in the window. He overheard somebody say, "Oh, you know, Bobby got hella money." Bobby never got any money.
Yeah, he never got. But yo, he's a convict out of prison that don't want to change. Like, that's expected.
Definitely not.
You get me?
But who was your favorite character out of the whole series so far? Or what was your top 3 characters? Because there's so many of them.
All right. Definitely Meth.
Okay.
Meth is type 1 right now. He's like the most conscious one. He's just trying to get out. I'm gonna put second Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'm not liking Ghost, so I'm not putting Ghost nowhere near that. Right now, Ghost wildin'. Right now, Ghost wildin'.
Yeah, wildin'.
So I'm gonna go with Raekwon.
You gonna go with Raekwon?
Yes.
Okay.
Cause he's caught in between the hood life and really wanting to rap, but the guy that's actually feeding him, putting a roof over his head, is telling him, "Stop fucking rapping, come and sell this crack." You get me? Mm-hmm. But he wants to rap.
Yeah.
And he's good at it. So it's like
it's his man trying to hold him back because he knows he's good at something else that profits him.
But that's the thing, bro. Like there has to be some type of loyalty when it comes to that shit.
It's very true.
Me? Like that's why I can't fault him for being caught in between 2 things. Like, oh, I go rap or I go do the hood shit. Like, so I'm gonna put him number 3. How about you?
I gotta put Bobby as number 1 because he's the leader of the team. He's the one that has the vision.
But he's not leading right now.
No, he's not. But he still had the vision, and that's all. Wu-Tang to this day is because of that vision. He's the architect of that. He's the one that put all the pieces together, even though he had his ups and downs. And you got to talk about this early days. You know, they even make the first album. How many albums did they make to this day?
Yeah.
You know, we're still talking about early days. So I know Bobby will be that person. And he's so creative. He hears the sounds. He sees these visuals. Like, he is that mastermind. At first, I would never put him there. But, like, after seeing him throughout this whole season and seeing his arc and growing up and doing all this, yeah, I definitely put Bobby as number one. Number two is ODB. Cause just
He's
when he
too
comes
hyper.
in, bro, when he comes in, if you know ODB from the Wu-Tang Clan, he's a character. You've seen him on interviews, you've seen him in the movie theaters, you've seen him in fucking music videos, you've seen him on just rapping. He just has a different style, and that actor, I gotta give him hella praise because he brings that energy with him. So he's really, I feel like I'm just watching like a hologram of him.
Nah, he doing it.
And every time he comes on
killing it.
screen, he literally sucks the screen. It's just him. And I love that. It always catches my attention. So I love him as that character.
He definitely killing that character. I'm not gonna lie, but nah,
All right.
he's too hot for me. He fucking up shit. He
Listen,
fucking up the bag.
Definitely. But that's why he has so many kids.
Yeah, I
But hey, you know what it is? He did his thing. He did his thing. But the person I like to put third, and I can't forget him because he was so just impactful, my man Jason.
Who was Jason?
Jason was the guy from the beginning who happened to be the Spanish. Have you ever seen Spider-Man Far From Home and the first Spider-Man Homecoming? He was the kid that was with Betty Brant in the studio. He was a Spanish kid. Remember? When they showed the news, he's a Spanish kid wilding out. They put him on the show. He was Jason. You remember? He had the crazy hair. He was the one that messed up and grabbed the shoes and steal this nigga's jewels. And then they killed him.
Oh.
He's from the beginning. He was in the first 2 episodes a lot, and then they showed a fucking creative intro for him at his funeral in the beginning of the 3rd episode. So
Yeah,
he was a
I
short-lived
remember.
character, but like his energy came out of nowhere. He'll like all the people in the hood, Devon, Dennis, and Bobby will be in the corner with ODB selling right there. He'll just pull up in a truck in the middle of the street. And he just got a whole bag of coke. He's like, yo, I'm about to drown in the shit. Somebody tries to beep at his horn. He pulls out the gun with no question. Just pulls out the gun, goes at the car. And he about to shoot up the people in the car and finds out that's his own boys.
Yes.
So
I
that
remember.
guy was crazy, and I loved him, man.
That 3rd episode was pretty funny. I'm not
Like
gonna
that
lie.
intro.
How they made it into the
if you like
Street
Street Fighter, if you like Street Fighter, this is great homage.
That 3rd episode was hilarious. Actually, another thing that they said is when they showed the kung fu scene in movies and they were talking with the hood accent. Yo,
Yeah, that shit was hard too. That shit was
hilarious.
hard. Yeah, my boy Shayson, take the cannoli,
Leave the gun.
He should have took the gun and
Should
the
have
cannoli.
took the gun. That's a fact. He should have took everything. Yo, so I think what the fuck?
You want to go to the next one? I mean, I'm good with Wu-Tang, man. Season 2 couldn't come any sooner. I love the show. I can't wait to see it again.
When is season 2?
Don't know. They haven't even renewed it yet, so who knows? But I'm telling you, it has to come because that group, they had Joey Badass, they had Dave East, like, you know, they had so many good actors in this show, man. I just can't wait for a season 2.
Yeah, yo, that. Damn, I can't. I'm mad as hell. All right, so let's go into the next topic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is Netflix. Dolemite.
Oh,
It's
Dolemite
My
is
Name.
my name.
Yo, this is such a funny ass movie. So this shit was lit.
Let me tell you-
I know
let-
you gotta watch this movie.
If
guys.
you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. I'm gonna tell you a little description. It's Eddie Murphy portrays a real life legend, Rudy Ray Moore, a comedian, a rap pioneer who proved naysayers wrong with his hilarious, obscene kung fu fighting alter ego, Dolemite. Became a 1970s black exploitation phenomenon. All over the communities, all over towns. He was somebody creative, and Eddie Murphy portrayed this guy to the fullest in the movie. I really enjoyed the movie.
To tell you the truth, you know, like I didn't know much about this guy Dolemite before I saw the movie, and then I kind of did a little bit of research on who he really was. I just thought it was a movie and a persona created by Eddie Murphy, but then I found out that this is based on true events.
Yeah.
So I did some research, and he started as a comedian, right? He made his own comedic tape, right? Didn't go well. Then he tried to do more. What was the word that they used?
What word?
I'm not gonna say vulgarish, because that's why they didn't want his tape in the first place.
Oh, his crude humor?
Yeah. So he kind of like perfected when it came to the music, and then he wanted to do a movie.
With the music?
Right.
With comedy, bro.
What happened?
He didn't do music. He did comedy.
I know. No. He put his comedy into a musical
Tapes.
tape.
Yeah, tapes. Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. And he wanted it to be played in the radio. They straight up dub him. They're like, nobody's gonna listen to this. You have a black core fan base, but that's it. Like, it's not gonna go past that. Wrong, right? And then nobody wanted to give him his own movie.
Nope.
He pitched it to so many people. Everybody turned down their doors on them. Closed the doors. I'm sorry, I said turn down. Closed their doors on them. And he was just like, I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah, he was determined.
Yes. And bro, the way that it all came together is funny, because this is something I tell you all the time, bro. Shit is gonna happen when you're doing it, even if you plan it, right? It's good to plan it, but shit's gonna happen. So when that shit happens, you can't let that shit bring you down. You work with it. You embrace it. You take it. Just like how he embraced on not having a place. What did he do? He was like, yo, I'll clean it, take care of it for free. Blah,
Yeah, he became
blah.
a take care of that hotel.
Of that hotel. Didn't have lights. Went and stole lights from the next door neighbor.
Lights.
Didn't have nothing, but
No.
just a low budget from some people that he convinced that he was gonna be able to make this movie. And if he wasn't successful on making the movie and paying him back, they owned all the rights for his tapes
Yep.
and whatever came out after that.
Which was a big gamble.
Yes.
Especially back then when you really had nothing. You finally got something for yourself, and you risk it all to make something that you know is going to be even a bigger accomplishment.
Yes. And yo, you know what blew me out of
What
out of
blew
the
you?
park? Yeah. What blew me out of the park, right?
What?
Is that it wasn't just the black community coming together. He had white producers, Spanish actors, Spanish producers, Spanish people doing engineering and everything. Like it you get me? Even though
Yeah, college students.
yes,
You remember he had a college student that was still in film school.
yes,
That decided to work on
But
all
you-
behind the scenes and technicals.
you know that they weren't the only ones that helped with the movie.
No.
There was other people involved that they didn't mention in the movie. That it was like engineers that built shit and a whole bunch of other shit within the hotel.
Yeah.
So it was like it was good for me to see like that movie and how a community could come together and make something great out of it. You get me? That we believe in. That's a lot of that Patterson doesn't have. Like, I'm from Patterson, and Patterson don't really come together. You get me? There's some people, and it has so much talent. Like, black communities, Hispanic communities have so much. I'm not gonna say white communities don't have talent, but it's like we're so much diverse, and we come from a different side of the world. You get me? So to people here, that new stuff is like that new creative branch of people. It's new to here, so it's like a bigger commodity nowadays. You get me? So I like the way this movie came around. I like the way Eddie Murphy played his role.
Word. He was hilarious.
What's his Snipes? What's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yo, he was fucking hilarious.
You know he talks like that normally, right? You know how he was doing that bougie voice?
No way.
That's how he talks. Wesley Snipes, not for nothing, even though he's Blade and other bullshit movies that he's done that are so great, he's actually very educated. He went to, I believe it's Juilliard, the School of Performing Arts. He's a very world-class, educated, eloquent actor.
Wait, so you gotta tell me he talks the way he was talking in Dolemite?
Yeah, I was watching interviews. I swear to God, I was watching interviews of him and Keegan-Michael Key, like all the cast, and then that's how he speaks. He speaks like that. He speaks ethically.
Yeah, I gotta watch these interviews, yo.
Yeah, man. Wesley Snipes, man.
Because his character was hilarious, yeah. I couldn't stop laughing.
He was an actor, right? He was second lead, and on top of that, he was a co-director.
Co-director, yeah. It was funny. Another guy that was in the movie was one of the. Is it Keenan?
No, it's Keegan. Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Keegan.
Yeah, from Key and Peele.
Wait, that's how you say his name? Keegan-Michael Keegan?
Yeah, Keegan, look, it's right here. Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh, okay. So you see, you fucked me up.
No, that's how they do it. That's how they spell it.
So his last name is Key?
Yeah, his last name is Key. Keegan-Michael is, he
His
just puts
first
a
name?
little hyphen and it's 2 words.
Wow.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key.
Okay.
He was hilarious too. He was a screenwriter.
Yeah, he was a screenwriter.
And it's dope because he took the film seriously. He wanted to make dramatic stories and just portray them in a more elegant form. But then Dolemite was the one that convinced him to do a comedy and then like an outrageous comedy on top of that. So I'm glad that he was open to it. And that was one of the best parts of connecting all the communities together.
Let me ask you this: favorite scene in this movie?
My favorite scene that I remember the most was the sex scene in the bed. And they're filming this, right? And they're supposed to have a sex scene, but the whole movie with Dolemite is just like he's over the top. He's crazy. Things just don't make sense sometimes, but it's just so funny, and he fit the mold. So he's having sex with this white girl, and they're going in the bed, and it's just you've seen it in the movies, like it starts shaking, right? But not for him. His whole thing is shaking, the building's shaking, and then by the time they're done with the sex scene, the ceiling literally falls on top of them. And they're like done. But that was a real thing from the real movie. Real movie did that. They did exactly like that. So I thought that was crazy.
Yes. So it was hilarious. Like that scene was funny as hell.
What about yours?
My favorite scene in the movie. Okay, I'm stuck. All right, I'm stuck between when they did the kung fu.
Kung fu part? Oh my God, that kung fu part was hilarious.
Yeah. I'm stuck when they did the kung fu, and then
they asked him, "Do you know kung fu?" Nah, but I learned it.
But I learned it, and then when he was like training for the last scene, which it was against Wesley Snipes. Right? Which is what was his
Duval, I think it was
Duval?
Duval.
You're real. What the fuck?
It's French.
So when they were about to do the last scene, right? And then all of a sudden the guy starts shooting, and you just see Dolemite go like this, like pick up his cane and then run with his hands up. Yo, that shit was hilarious. When the whole bar scene came through.
I like the karate part.
So I'm going to pick the karate part.
The karate part was hilarious because, listen, people. Doing anything on film and trying to make it look good as a final product is a pain in the ass. And the biggest pain in the ass is because of editing, all right? And I literally saw that fight scene as pure and original as it was, and then finally going online and seeing the same fight scene online and how they chopped and screwed so it made it look professional. Yeah, man, give a little props for the people behind the scenes doing that.
Oh, that's
the people that edit are really the ones that make the movie at one point.
Editing got a lot to do with the movie, yo. Especially
that
angles
was hilarious,
and all that shit.
Though. They're like, yo, shoot that shit so it looked like you watch out.
He's like, did you see any angle where you actually see him kicking? He goes, no, there's no hang. There's no such
There's
angle.
no. Everything looked ridiculous. He karate kicked one man, literally going into the trunk perfectly.
Yes, yo.
Shit made no sense.
Where he goes, pa, pa, yeah. Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Oh man, that shit. I have a graphic. Yo, can you put the graphic up real quick? We have a graphic. What's it called? Of the original Dolemite. You can tell right there, and the Eddie Murphy version, and the white suit, all that, everything besides the pictures with Eddie Murphy. Those two pictures, those are the real Rudy Ray Moore.
So the one over there.
Yeah, top right. The top right one is exactly the way he was dressed on the bottom, without the bow tie and the regular tie. And then the karate moves in the bottom corner, and then of course his album cover, and then the original Dolemite film poster right there. So yeah, man, the guy, he's a true legend in the urban communities, and I'm glad I was introduced, and now I want to look back at his stuff. He's done a lot. He's done a lot.
Yes, I definitely want to see more from him. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was that's.
Yo, who said Dolemite is the black Tommy Wiseau? You know who Tommy Wiseau is?
No.
What? The Room?
Oh wow. Nah, hell no. Dolemite better. Dolemite better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Tommy Wiseau. Shout out to Tommy Wiseau in The Room.
Yeah, don't get me
That's
wrong.
one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And the movie with James Franco was inspiring, and it's a great film too.
That was a fucking funny ass film.
Oh, man.
Y'all kicked Prank off the logo. Yeah, man. For now, man, he looked a little bit weird, and that coffee cup been there for a while. So you know, we gotta get him out of here. Plus, he's sick. I don't want him to get me sick. You know, get out of here. Let me see. So, to all wrap up this Dolemite stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, let me ask you this. Do you think something like that could be accomplished now as an individual doing a movie by themselves with a low budget? What, he had 30,000? I think it was like 30,000.
Yeah, but you got to remember the times too. It was the 70s. 30,000 goes a far way compared to 30,000 now.
Okay, so let's say we have something equivalent to that to back then. So we have 100,000, right? You think we are able to do that now in our age with all the good cameras that even our phone have, right? Because we could shoot a movie with our phones nowadays.
There's been movies shot with phones, just solely off phones.
Yes. So do you believe we are able to do that now in this day and age and be a hit just like Dolemite was back then?
I would say with 30,000, you can make an spectacular short film with everything you can use, because a lot of things are at your disposal nowadays. Everybody has technology. It's just way easier. Or you can make a very great film with not too much action and spectacle to it.
Okay.
Like if you do if you're doing, like, I would say you wouldn't be able to do like a Marvel type movie with that much money.
Of course.
It'll come out decent, you know. But you could do
has to be like a Dolemite
But you
movie.
could do a spectacular Joker type film with that much money, because everything was simplistic. It's really the storytelling that sells it. So it's not too much money on the budget with costume, locations, actors, and all that. So I would say it's possible. It's possible. It all depends on the story. But yeah, we could definitely do it. 30,000, I can make a film. I'll tell you, I'm making a fantastic film with $30,000 if somebody gave it to me.
How long is the film? Maybe an hour?
The hour, you could make it an hour and a half. If it's a comedy, definitely. Definitely an hour and a half for a comedy. If not, then it's a spectacular short film.
Okay.
Even short films are nominated in Oscars, so, you know.
I believe it could definitely be done. Hell yeah.
It all depends on the story. It all depends on the story. But since we're talking about Dolemite, and this is one of Eddie Murphy's big comebacks.
Okay.
On the media, because he's been laying low. He's just been taking a break.
Yeah.
Now he got SNL coming up. He got Coming to America 2 coming up.
Okay.
possibly Beverly Hills Cop 4. Do you think this is a good start for him?
I mean, Eddie Murphy's funny, bro.
I mean, he's right now as we speak, he's filming Coming to America 2. Because I saw Will Smith post something up. It was him, Martin Lawrence, because they're doing Bad Boys, and it was what's it called? It was Eddie Murphy, Wesley Snipes, and what's the one that had the accident with the Walmart? Tracy Morgan. Yeah, all 5 of them together. So they're filming that right now. SNL, I know it's like next month.
Wait, so they're all in Coming to America?
No. They were filming on the same studio lot.
Oh, okay.
So they crossed paths. So that's why I knew, like, that confirmed to me that they were doing Come to America. Because I heard rumors about Come to America too, but that was, like, official because they're on set. They're filming it right now.
Okay.
So you think because of this success of this film, he's going to have a good comeback? You think he'll be, like, good movies? Like, is it going to be to the point where, like, a year from now, if an Eddie Murphy movie comes out on theaters, you definitely want to go see it? Is it going to start?
It depends on his press run.
His press run?
Yeah, I have to see his press run first. I have to see how he embodies this whole new type of celebrity that he's gonna become. Because you gotta remember, back then, even though he was still famous and all that stuff, it's not like it's now. Back then, they didn't have no social media, so he wasn't exposed to the masses. He was exposed, locally to the masses, but not to the point that people overseas could see, that stuff. So for him, he has to really transition into this really good.
The thing I forgot to mention was that he's coming out with stand-up.
Yeah.
Which is his bread and butter. Mm-hmm. So if the stand-up comes out and it's fantastic,
then his movies is going to be fucking hilarious.
So you're if you see the stand-up.
Yeah.
I don't know when it's supposed to drop, but I know the SNL thing is coming up. So I'm looking forward to see him in SNL because that's where he also was famous from.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been on it in like so many years since he left. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping he does. I mean, he's been great to me no matter what. There's been some movies where like Norbert wasn't fucking with it.
I mean, some parts were funny, but
I didn't like the character. But he did a lot of other amazing films.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's been in pretty good films. And even when they wasn't like funny, like a Coming to America film, which like Beverly Hills Cop was funny, but it wasn't retarded funny like how it was Coming to America.
Nutty Professor
was retarded funny. You get me? But I'm talking about like Beverly Hills Cop. It was more dramatic. It had more backstory to it. You were able to sympathize with some of the characters within the movie. People got backstabbed and kidnapped and a whole bunch of other shit killed. And his best friend got killed. So, it was more backstory in Beverly Hills Cop than Coming to America. He just coming to America and falling in love with some chick. And then just everything else that is happening.
Yeah, man. He did Dr. Dolittle. I love that film. I don't like this new remake coming out, but I like Dr. Dolittle.
Isn't that with his daughter, the new remake?
The remake?
Yeah, isn't that with his daughter?
No, I think they did a sequel, if I'm not mistaken.
With his daughter?
Perhaps.
I remember his daughter talking to some rat.
Did they do a sequel to this? Yeah, they did do a sequel. They did a sequel to this. I don't know if they made a third one, but they definitely did a sequel to this.
For Dr. Dolittle.
And maybe his daughter was part of it more?
His daughter was talking to
it was Raymond
raccoons
Simone.
And rats and motherfucking possums.
Raymond Simone from That's So Raven.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
The third one was focused on her.
Oh.
And then they made another sequel after that, which I'm just seeing for the first time. And that's her too.
I see. So that's her.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's able to play both characters. He's able to play the silly, obnoxious, funny African dude, whatever the hell you want to call him, and then he's also able to play the cop, the serious cop, trying to look for his partner, but still being funny. I don't know.
He made me believe there's vampires in Brooklyn.
Nah, I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like that movie,
nah,
Vampire
that shit
Brooklyn?
was whack. Yeah, that shit was whack.
He has a lot of good movies. I'm looking at like Harlem Nights was a fantastic
Harlem Nights
movie.
was funny as hell.
48 Hours.
Yeah, that was
The
another good
Golden
movie.
Child. Yo, Daddy Daycare.
Yo, that Golden Child. Oh, I used to watch that when I was young.
Bowfinger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did a lot of movies.
All right.
He done a lot.
Well, let's move on now. All right? And let's go to the segment. You already know. Do you even lift, bruh?
Do you even lift?
Yo, we didn't even do a soundbite.
We haven't. Yeah, we never did a soundbite. But they were coming soon.
I'm gonna do that. Okay. So should I start it or you wanna start it? You got a good one, or I gotta bring my perverted one because mine's a perverted.
Mine's is more alarming.
Is it short?
Yeah, I can make it short.
Okay.
It's not long. It's not long.
Say yours first then.
All right. First things first. I've been doing Lyft like one more month than this guy over here. I was the one that put this guy on. And
But I done more rides than him.
he's done more rides. He's done more late night rides than me. So that's why he has crazier stories than I do. I usually try to do my thing either in the morning or in the afternoon, but not late night because,
I
boy,
be with the creeps.
yeah, he definitely be with the night crawlers.
What's up, creeps? You know, creep
So,
life.
of course, anybody who does this type of job has interesting, things happen to them. From normal to bizarre to fucking crazy to what the hell that just happened, I want to leave. So I have this story where I was picking up this lady from, what was it? Hawthorne, I believe? Town Hawthorne. It was just right outside Patterson, right outside of Riverside. And I went to pick her up, and she got into my car. Literally, I always greet people. I'm very nice and polite with people when they come into my car. So I always say, "Oh, how you doing? Hey, I'm Chris," or "Are you the person I'm looking for?" Whatever. I just make small talk real quick, just to get that awkwardness out of the way, break the ice.
Okay.
And I didn't even have a second to say anything, and then the lady starts already talking about how messed up and fucked up her baby father is.
Oh, baby father drama.
Oh my god.
She look good?
Nah, she was looking crazy. She was working at one of the stores over there. I forgot what it was, but she was picking up her child. So she told me to go pick up her child. And
Child look good?
the child? It was a kid, man.
Oh.
But I will get to that because I took her. It was mad confusing. I took her to the wrong place because somehow I hit the button twice. So I took her to her final destination instead of her first destination because she went to
Okay.
pick up the kid. So I took her there, and then we had a confusion. So she kept rambling off. She's like, "Oh yeah, he's just a bad father," and I was like, "Oh."
Wait, she calling you a bad father?
No, definitely not me. Trust me. I pull out. But the baby father was like crazy. But they're the same age, right?
Okay.
So on the way there, she's telling me, she's like, "Yeah, he's not with me no more. He's with some other chick, and she's older, but she's like being a little girl and this and that, whole drama, right?" And she's just mostly complaining about how she's older than him, and she's taking care of him. So they went to. I drove her to the house, which was somewhere hood in Riverside. It was one of the broken streets.
Okay.
Off MLK Boulevard. That's a crazy boulevard.
Yes.
Anytime you go to any town with MLK, you close the windows.
Yeah.
Get your gat ready. It's not right.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some shit crazy. So I end up
Just
pulling
call
that
the cops
street.
in advance.
I pull up to the house, right? And the lady's like, "All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go pick up my kid." I was like, "All right, cool." So they go into the house. She's in there for a couple minutes, something, and I'm just looking at all my sides because it's a one-way, but I'm still looking at all my sides because you just never know.
Kid gonna come back and rob you.
So the lady comes out with her kid, and she says to the kid in the car, I'm like, there's no car seat. She's like, no, I'm gonna hold them in my lap. I was like
This nigga good with a seatbelt.
I was like, that's a flag. If I was a ref, I just wish I had flags. So I was like, that's a flag. All right. As long as you solve it together, I'll drive nice and slow. I'll be very careful.
She'd be
it's a
like,
kid.
put the little nigga in the trunk.
The little kid was about, I would say, maybe 2 years old, maybe 1, 2. No, I would say two, because he could sit on his own. When they're one, they'll just fall over. So the kid's there, and she's like, "Oh, he doesn't have a jacket." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So you want me to
give you mine, bitch?
I haven't left yet, so I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go grab the jacket." She's like, "Okay." So I'm looking forward, and I hear the door close. I'm bumping music.
She leaving the kid there.
And I turn around, the kid's there. And me and the kid had this moment where we stared at each other's eyes and we're like,
Who is this nigga?
who is this? Why am I here? What the hell's going on? Me and the kid just staring eyes. I'm like, shit, this kid is in the car, just left. Like, she didn't even say, she didn't give me no warning about leaving the kid. She's like, nah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna leave the kid here. No, she didn't leave. She just left. She left the kid, me and the kid looking at each other. And I'm like, all right. And then I just see his face, like, starting to, and they start crying. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yo, I got serious radio. I got nothing clean in this car. Like, nothing, no good music or anything. And the baby keeps crying. I'm like, fuck. And I'm looking out the window like, where the hell's this lady at? I see the lady with his grandma. The lady and the grandma are outside, and I'm thinking, oh, they're coming out the house. Nope. They go to the house next door. While the baby's still crying, I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck? So they go next door because they said, oh, the jacket was in the other house. I'm like, what? And the whole time, yeah, it must have been like 10 minutes, me and this kid in the car. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the hell am I? I just became a babysitter. Like, do I get tipped for this shit now? Because not only am I your Lyft driver, I'm also your babysitter. So you got to tip me now.
Yeah, you got to tip me for that one.
And she came in. She's like, oh, my bad. Like, I didn't know it was going to take longer. The jacket wasn't even in the house. I'm like, yeah, but you surprised me with the kid back there. Me and the kid look confused. So, like, just to end it all, I end up taking her back to the spot originally where she needed to be at. And, she was complaining about, you remember how I was saying she was complaining about the baby father going out with an older woman?
Yeah.
She tells me, she's like, yeah, I'm in a relationship too. Now I'm dealing with this older guy. I'm like, yo, this is.
So why are you mad?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you mad? At that point, I was like, yo, just leave my car. She was sweet. She was throwing things at me, but I was like, nah. You leaving the kid in my car? Nah, it's a flag already.
Go home, bitch.
Yeah, like, nah, it's not for me. But that whole experience was odd.
I would have told the kid to get out.
You would have told the kid to walk out?
Yeah, be like, yo, go after
to
your
your
mom.
mom's, bro.
Yeah,
go check your mom's out real quick.
Get out. Nah. I would have put passenger canceled. I would have got my $5 and left.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Like, if it wasn't me, it was somebody else. They could have just took your kid. Literally, just you gave him the kid.
That's a fact.
And it's out.
Okay.
What about you? What's crazy in your world now?
But I be having some bullshit ass stories, son. Like, these people don't know how to act when they're in my Lyft.
Are you drunk?
Yes, they're drunk. All right, so look. So I'm picking up some guy, right? From, all right, I don't know what the name of that bar is.
What town?
It's in Clifton. All right.
Shannon Rose?
No, listen. You know when you're on Valley Road, right? And then you're going towards
Clifton?
Yes, Valley Road.
Oh, yeah.
Clifton. Okay. And you're going up, like if you're going towards 46, you're coming from Patterson, going up to 46. There's a light.
Dunkin' Donuts? On the corner? The other street goes uphill.
Nah. You keep going. You're gonna.
Oh, you pass that?
You're gonna pass Quick Check.
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna get to that last light before 46.
Okay.
That's a street, just a street going down, and you could go into like Big Lots.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a bar to the left, like a bar/grill place to the left.
Really?
Yeah, some weird hidden shit. I didn't even knew until I picked him up there.
Okay.
So then he gets in the car, and then some girl gets in the car. They're both drunk. You could obviously tell they're drunk. You could obviously smell the liquor on their pores. Like, I hate that. I hate
when you smell it, you know it's bad.
I hate it. I hate when they come in my car and they smell like straight up something nasty. But whatever. So then they get in my car. The guy goes, yo, don't talk. I'm like, what? And she's like, I don't want to talk. Now,
I mean, he kept it real.
I understand, but to hear it, it's a little bit like what, nigga? You telling me not to talk? Fuck out of here. You get me? Like, that. I understand why now Uber has that new feature.
Yeah, the option where you don't
where
have
you
to.
you could tell the driver
driver.
not to talk. Because if I see it on my app and he's like, passenger
Want
wants
silent.
silence. Okay.
Yeah, you can just say hi. That's what it's coming.
Hey, how
Hi.
are you?
How you doing?
But a nigga walks in my car and be like, yo, don't talk.
Unless you on the phone.
If you get the fuck out my car.
Unless he's telling the girl next to him not to talk.
Nah, he was telling me. He literally looked at me and said, nigga, don't talk.
Was
So
he sitting
then-
in the front seat? Or
Nah,
sat
he was in the
back?
back. He was in the back with the girl.
Okay.
So then I'm like, whatever. I left her alone. I hear them kissing. Right? Whatever, right? I hear them kissing. And then I'm like, all right, whatever and shit, you know, whatever. They were going somewhere like far into Wayne down 23. So it took me like about maybe 28 minutes to get to where they were going. I'm by Alps Road. Right,
Okay.
so I'm already on the road for like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Per se. So I hear something wet. Okay. First of all, when you kiss, you don't usually hear wetness,
Unless
right?
it's
Unless
sloppy
they're
killer.
yes, unless they're going in.
They're going like
on
dog.
It. So then I'm like, yo, let me check my rear mirror. I'm looking at my mirror. These motherfuckers ain't kissing. Right? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that wet sound? Bruh, I get to the light. I get to the light of that Rite Aid. You know, before the Best Western.
Okay.
I get to that light and I don't know. I was just like, let me look at my rear mirror, you know? Let me look this way, try to glimpse. This nigga finger blasting this bitch in my backseat. And then she's just like going, she's like this, like holding her mouth. She's like holding her mouth with her hand. And this nigga is really going in. My nigga, like, he was laying down sideways, going in on this bitch. And I'm like, yo, hold up. I'm like, yo, wait. I'm like, yo, I know y'all not doing what I think y'all doing. And then he's like, nah, I tell you not to talk. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, that just got me mad. So I'm like,
yeah, it's different now. Nah, it's different.
Yo, so then I'm like, yo, hold up. I'm like, you're not about to straight finger blast this bitch in my car, right? First of all, y'all could kiss, do whatever fuck, but none of that. Like, y'all not fucking and you're not finger blasting her. So he caught a little attitude with me, right? Because I told him not to finger blast his girlfriend in my back seat. He goes, yo, I'm going to give you a bad review, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, at this point, I don't give a fuck about your review, my nigga. Like, just stop doing what you're doing behind my seats. Because you, like, come on now. Like, you could stain my seats. You could leave my shit wet. My shit's going to smell like straight up coochie sweat. Like, nah, I don't want my shit to smell like that.
You don't know what type of coochie it is.
Exactly.
It could be clean, it could be dirty. If it's dirty,
then-
that's a lingering
and then-
smell in the car.
My nigga, and then he's gonna go with his dirty ass fucking coochie wetness fucking hands and touch my doors and a whole bunch of shit in my car. No, my man. So then we riding around, whatever. They stop, whatever, you know, blah blah. The girl's really apologetic. She's like, I'm sorry, blah blah blah. She's like, we're just a little bit drunk, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay, like, you know, whatever, like.
Just wait.
Yeah,
Just wait.
And I was like, don't get me wrong. I'm like, you know, some taxis let that happen. You know, some taxis are perverts. Like, I wouldn't let it happen, but I wasn't in that mood, especially that nigga just told me not to talk. So I'ma talk, bitch. So then we get 5 minutes before their thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then I hear this nigga goes, touch it. I'm like, yo, touch what, my boy? And then he goes, yo, can you please stop listening to the conversation? I'm like, yo, you're right behind me. You're not even saying it.
Was there music?
Bro, you know my radio don't work, nigga.
So there was no music? So you had to, he was listening to the whole soundtrack back there.
So then I'm like, yo, like, really, like, I'm really uncomfortable right now. Like, you came into my car with the wrong foot, and then now you finger blasting your girl. right behind me, and now you telling her to touch something? I'm like, yo, even if I think I know what it is, most of you perverted niggas probably would say something different of what I think it is, right? So then I'm like, yo, there is no touching in my thing. So I made them sit across from each other for the last 3 minutes of the ride.
It's only 3 minutes,
I'm like,
bro.
you sit over there, you sit over there. I'm like, and we good. I don't want to see y'all moving. And I just put the rear mirror, like, to make sure they were, like, in, you know, eye view and shit like that. And then I dropped them off and they got off. And
Did he leave you a bad review?
nah, he didn't do nothing. He ain't give me nothing. Like, you know how you just could go through it. He ain't give me nothing. But yeah, the girl was really apologetic. Like, the girl was just like, I'm sorry.
Because it was probably never her that wanted to do it. The guy was the
you
one.
know, niggas is fucking retarded out here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas is retarded. But that shit, yeah.
Now it's somebody else's car.
Yeah, bro. Come on now. Unless you gonna give me something.
Yeah.
Nah, you know. Unless we do the threesome, my boy, I'm not dealing with that. But if we do the threesome, fuck it. You know, I'll park somewhere. The ride's still gonna go on, but I'll park somewhere.
All right, man. I think we had enough.
I'm done.
This shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm done with that guy. But yo, shout out to the guy finger blasting that chick in the back seat of my car. You already know, man.
You're a legend.
That shit was lit. That was a good story from my Lyft stories. Yo, I just want to say thanks to everybody that watches the show every week. Thanks to the people that share it with their friends and the people that like, the comment, and that are actually live on the chat. You guys are the fucking best.
You're the real ones.
Thanks to everybody that came to previously on Goosey Night. Shout outs to my boy Prank. Shout outs to Bravery Studios. Shout outs to my boy Marv. Shout outs to Malcolm in the back. You already know that boy killing it. Shout outs to my boy Speech the Menace, yo. And make sure you fucking like, comment, share, and subscribe to previously on today so you can see more.